Is it okay if we have an Aranya that poops? Oh,
Good start.
now
Now we're live.
How's it going, everyone? Hey, welcome to Firefall Live. We're gonna have a great show for today.
Good start. Good start.
I'm Frank Lettieri, aka Beta Pez, community manager, and off to my left, that is my left, I got JB Will, which we'll get to in a bit. But over here we have Sean Witt. Are you lead UI programmer?
Yeah.
UI programmer?
We'll go with that. That sounds about right.
Right.
Lead-ish. It's fine.
It is
Okay.
now. It is now true. All right.
AKA Void Star, and then Łukasz.
Dzień dobry.
Did I say that right? Did I pronounce that
Łukasz,
correct?
yeah.
Łukasz. Yes.
Oh, somebody caught the pooping around his
Damn it.
conversation.
I was hoping they wouldn't get that.
Yep.
Too quick. Too quick.
It was so subtle. Loud hum in the background.
Loud
that.
hum in the
They
Gee,
always,
I wonder what
always
that
want
is.
spoilers all the time.
Hashtag blame tech
Well,
ops.
Good thing we have spoilers.
We do have spoilers all the time.
All of them.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there's Drake.
There
and
goes Drake.
We got the Polish starting.
All right, so how you guys doing today?
Good. How
Yeah.
you doing, man?
Well, I started the show with a run.
With pooping Aranyas.
Yeah, Ranya's pooping Aranyas.
Is there any other way to start the show?
I mean, should we give more context about that?
We could. I mean,
Just so everyone knows. Like, we
could.
were just talking about pooping Arana's things. They were like,
I mean, we kind of were.
there is at least one piece of concept art that involves.
At least
This
one.
isn't making it better.
It's like an alien queen thing with eggs, and
It poops Aranyas.
it poops them, but context. It's better
Context.
now. I don't know.
I don't know if it is. 'Cause now they know that someone here concept arted on Aranya that poops
Yeah.
Aranyas. So
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Let's get real.
Big fan.
Well, that being said, I don't know what's. They're working on the sound, guys, so
Yep.
we'll get to that. Can my frame poop Aranyas? No.
Sure.
Wow.
No.
Whoa.
That's always yes. Let's just say yes.
This is always yes. Okay. Always yes. Always yes.
confirmed. Pooping Aranyas confirmed.
What we can talk about today is interface design and programming and what it takes to go into that stuff.
So is there an interface for pooping Aranyas?
Not yet.
That request didn't come in yet.
Time will tell.
I'll put that in Fogbugs when I get back.
Just wait till you see the animations on
Oh my God. Is this gonna be the show today?
Yep, that's all we're talking
Probably.
about.
Turned into 12-year-old children.
Damn
So,
it.
while we're waiting for the
Turned
sound
into
to
implying
get
that we
better.
aren't normally like that.
Damn it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me turn this thing off because it's like going all weird too. We don't need that. What? So, I mean, you guys have both been here for over a year now, right?
He's over a year. I'm not quite a year. Just almost.
It feels like it's been forever.
I have that effect on people. Yeah. It's like that guy.
In a good way or a bad way? 'Cause
Yeah. So I remember. I think one of the first things, and I think one of the
God damn it.
one of the better things I think that the community got out of UI was the Army interface upgrade,
Yeah.
and that's something that I remember you were very passionate about, and well, actually you were too. You guys both were like, get us some suggestions.
Yeah, that was like one of the biggest things. Is we wanted to kind of get people's feedback on it and see how people are actually using it and what people wanted to. You know, you can't obviously say yes to everything, but
Yeah.
you know, like we definitely wanted the community to be able to like help build this and make it better because they're going to use it in ways that we haven't really thought of.
Your mic's dead.
Aw,
Oh.
Is your light still on?
you broke it. Broke it, Woo.
No.
Yeah, you got the right one.
This one?
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
the light on?
Yeah.
Did you turn it off?
I did. I turned off this one thinking that it was causing feedback. Is that better? Can you guys hear me now?
Is everyone
Hello?
happy? We're
Yes,
good at
we
this
got you.
technology.
We're good at technology.
Calm, it doesn't affect the mic at all. The black one's the calm.
Okay.
The one with the antenna on it's your mic, so don't turn it off, okay?
All right, gotcha. Esther, I'm not that bad at technology, but I really am.
Oh well.
Just
Making
this
you eyes.
technology.
So I guess I'll start over. So
One of the big things that we wanted to do was basically get a lot of the feedback from the community to make sure that we were getting suggestions that were actually relevant. Because, you know, we can sit there all day, you know, guessing what people are going to want, or bring our most informed decision, right, and say, hey, this is what we think is going to be the best experience. But until we get that feedback from people, it's like we don't really exactly 100% know, you know. And so with the Army UI, that was one of those UIs that we really, really wanted to get the community feedback, because we know that obviously people are going to be using this a lot. It's a social kind of thing. It's a social hub, right? Like, you spend a lot of time with your armies. You're spending a lot of times with your friends on there. So like, we wanted to make sure that it was built solid and that we're actually taking in suggestions.
Yeah. I know you didn't directly work on that. I guess Sean, I guess Michael did that.
Yes.
But I remember we took the list to you guys, and you guys were like, yeah, I think we could do all of this. And I think we hit almost all of it.
Well, that's one of those things that it's important, because we, like, for other interfaces that are kind of single player focused parts of the game, we can test those and kind of have an expectation of what it should be doing.
Yeah.
The community ones like that, it's very hard for us, because most of us aren't playing the game at that level.
Yeah.
So we don't actually know what is expected. And so getting that list from you, super helpful.
Yeah. Well, I got it from them.
Well, from these people, from everyone.
I mean, we have an Army relations program, which we need to expand. But yeah, I basically hit up all the active Army leaders at the time, said, hey, what do you guys want out of this interface? And they came in with a list. And yeah, we hit almost all of it, except for, I think one of the big ones that we missed, and that's not really you guys, it was more web dev stuff, but the mass mailing.
Oh, yeah. I think there was a lot of work that would have to go into that one. And so we thought, you know, it's either that or get a feature that is totally relevant, and we definitely can do. So was that like kind of way off? Like, do we do that, or do we do this other thing that we know for sure we can do?
Well, you brought up a good point just saying that, because our UI team is so small, like, and we have like so many things we want to do.
Scruffy.
And we're scruffy. But it's just like, I mean, we have like, we're tying up half the UI team for an hour today, guys.
Yeah. So if something that you wanted doesn't get done, this is why.
Blame Pez.
Blame me.
Pez.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just it. Is like that right there is like we have to make this. Do we want to like spend all our time for this like extra like would be really nice to have thing, or should we work on this whole other thing that will be like vastly improve this other experience?
Yeah, and it's a tough call sometimes, you know, because sometimes it's like there are things that people really, really want to see in the community, and it's like, oh, we got to make that call of like, all right, this is going to take 3 days to create this, and we can actually, you know, create other elements, you know, in those 3 days that are a lot more important. So we have to be able to like weigh those, and luckily we have amazing producers and people that are working on top, like, you know, basically organizing this stuff for us, saying like, hey, here's where this is the most important thing. Here's where we should probably plan to put these features in, and you know, if we end up doing like a UI in stages too, they also help with that planning too. So it's nice having that level of like understanding of like the holistic like everything, right? Because they understand like what kind of needs that we need like in the world. You know, do we need world builders to create something for the UI? Do we need like all these systems in place before we can get these things going? So I think a lot of people they tend to miss these things because they don't see like the flow of like how, you know, a game development studio works, and it's a unique beast. And we were talking about it not too long ago, how, you know, like back in the day we used to be like, man, why don't they just put this thing in and it would take like 2 seconds, and then you realize what you're saying. You're like, man, no, actually that would take, you know, so you're creating this UI for this thing that pops up. Okay, so now you got to create like world objects. You got to create something that interacts with it. You got to make sure that if you're turning on systems, that all the systems work together. You got to make sure the user experience is good. You got to make sure that the design is good. You got to make sure the design fits like the whole theme of the game. So there's like all these different things that come into play too.
Yeah. And oftentimes we're the last step between like a feature getting thought of initially and being delivered. There's a lot of steps in between that and when we can actually get our hands on it. And so we're reliant upon all the other teams of animators and gameplay programmers and designers to get everything in order before we can even start.
Wow.
So it's very important to prioritize those things, because if a feature is our highest priority, but another team hasn't finished completing it yet, we can't start. So there's very little that we can do until other people are done. And so we'll end up working on lower priority features initially while we wait for other teams to spin up and get us the things that we need.
Are you guys involved in the ground level? Like, like say, for example, why don't we throw up actually, never mind. I was gonna say the craft, like so crafting. That's something that we don't want to show yet because it's not even close to ready. But we have
In
told
progress.
the community that it's in progress.
Yeah.
We're doing paper designs, but is that something that you guys were involved in on the ground level? Like, hey, we're going to be redoing the crafting system.
Yeah, we're
like,
essentially from the initial design proposal meetings, we're in there telling them what will be feasible or not. Sometimes they have just crazy, crazy ideas. And we're like, yeah, sure, we can implement this if you gave us unlimited time. But there's only a handful of us, so if you want to get it done in 3 months, we need to scope it to something that's, you know, reasonable for humans to accomplish.
Yeah. We've already passed Yaring. Why don't we? Can we throw up the screenshot of the new the character create UI, Marjorie? Please, thanks. Character create. It was UI 00A and B.
One of those screenshot things.
One of those.
It was,
Yeah, so
it was
this-
in the folder.
Yeah, this is one.
Yeah.
That, oh, there you
There
go.
it is. I did that.
You did that?
I made that.
I made
that.
This is how he did it. He went
So,
up to his keyboard and was like,
I sat down and it's like,
roll.
yeah, and then
Face
boom.
roll, all the things.
So one of the things I think we identified not too long after launch was that creating a character didn't feel that good. Like we could have done so much better, and this is where I guess you came in and you guys redid this whole thing.
Yes, like one of the big goals was we realized that none of the frames felt cool
Yeah.
initially because you didn't really know what you were doing, and you didn't have like a good like stylized image of what like a battle frame was going to be. And so
Yeah.
we wanted to present you a cool version of like, all right, here's a person with like, you know, a pose and, you know, standing in a scene that everyone can, you know, can show off the important things about a battle frame and give them some information about the backgrounds of them before you pick. Because that's, you know, it's an important decision, what you're going to start the game as.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how this screen came to be.
Yeah, I think before this, I think you just made a character name and then they just dropped you in the world and
Yes,
'cause
there
it
was
like-
a little scrolling like background story thing,
Yeah.
and you typed in your name, and then you got dropped in the world, either
In
in the assault frame or in nothing.
In nothing. I think.
It was yeah.
And then
You
you
were
had
you
to-
were in a civilian suit.
Yeah, then you had to
with an
walk up to
assault
the
rifle.
terminal
Yeah.
and pick the frame with literally no information. All you had was the name of it and the icon.
Well, you had the vignettes that as you were running by, it would show
Yes.
you
Yeah.
like a little bit, but
Yeah, give you very little information. So we
Um,
wanted to at least give you some stuff that you could use to
Yeah.
make an informed choice.
can you show the next one too, Marjorie? Yeah. So another thing that came along with that was, I mean, I think a big thing with MMOs is how long, or even RPGs like Skyrim or anything, is like how long you spend like making your character look a certain way or playing with the visuals. So that's another thing that we tried to teach through the game, like by sending you to the new you, and now you can like play around with all that stuff. But we went ahead and changed that so it's like, hey, you get to actually
can create
decide the
your
way you
character
look before.
yeah.
Yeah,
before
one
you
of
jump
the
in
things that
world.
we found out was that even though we tried to train it on like early in the
Mhm.
NPE, some people missed that and just thought that you could never change what your character looked like.
Yeah.
And so there were many characters running around with like the default
Yep.
look, and so we needed to push it out further so that players would actually know that this was a thing that they can and should be doing.
Yeah, and there's still others that didn't even make it that far. They're just like, oh, I can't even create my character.
Yeah.
Screw this
Yeah, I
game.
can't even customize my character.
Yeah.
It's like,
So
Frank's mohawk. Nope, my mohawk does not look that clean ever.
are we allowed to talk about some of the new stuff that's coming up for the character stuff?
Oh, we're doing new character stuff?
It's pretty
I don't know, are you?
close to done.
I mean,
so we could
yeah,
probably
we can
talk
talk about
it.
that.
sure.
We don't actually have screenshots for it because we haven't done the UI for it
Army
yet.
stuff.
But it's super exciting.
Super surprise spoilers. We've added technology to do face morphing.
Oh, really?
So you'll have initially some sliders and things. We'll see how far it goes.
That's awesome.
But you can, grab cheekbones and lip sizes and ear positions and actually change the face of your character. And that is
Nice.
that's functional somewhat.
Awesome. That's really cool.
I can do it on my computer, though no one who actually plays the game would be able to do it yet because I haven't.
So I couldn't do it on my computer.
Because I haven't made a UI for it yet.
Oh.
But
can type in the numbers
If I
and
just
nope.
type in a bunch of numbers, I can totally make like this weird just. So that's
So you can
that's
totally
a
make
thing
your
that's,
character
that's
finally.
coming soon.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like people are excited for it.
Yeah. I mean, and
Hype.
full with spoilers. On top of that, I was talking to James Edwards, our lead modeler over there, and he said we're even getting like head upgrades too. So they're like really increasing like how detailed the heads look. So that's going to be even cooler.
That's new to me. I'm not surprised that guy's in there. Like,
Oh, he's
I'll be leaving at like 11 or 12 o'clock. The dude's still like cranking
Yeah.
stuff out. Him and Ryder both, man.
Oh,
those
yeah,
guys.
they're really hard workers. Yeah, I was actually talking. There's a lot of other stuff that we're going to show on a different show. That's like I want to show off like the big thing Doug was working on, and
Yeah.
do like a side by side on the head so you can see all that. But yeah, that's
sure.
face morphing.
Awesome.
Face morphing is the thing. We need more beards. We want scars. Breast sliders, of course, that would come up.
Scars.
obviously.
That's also
Scars is a thing?
Oh yeah,
same system can handle that kind of stuff.
that's awesome.
Nice.
So like face paint, scar,
Tattoos?
stuff. Yeah.
Face-
I mean, tattoos, face paint. I guess those are similar.
Yeah,
I guess
But
the same.
that's all
No.
stuff that's
Never
in
know.
progress that we're working on. So
Nice.
Sweet.
So that's
Spoilers.
That's something
We
I didn't even know
we
we
were
were going to
yeah.
be talking
It's
about.
funny
That's
because
awesome.
what
I love
everyone
it.
here doesn't know is that we had this conversation before we started that I said I would just say yes to everything, and
Sure.
we'll just see what's actually true and not true.
And wait
So-
for
And we'll
Phobos.
confirm
Yeah.
all the things. And we'll wait for Matt to tell us
So
that we're liars
I
in
could
chat.
just be literally trolling everyone. Frank doesn't know.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
How about cyborg parts?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that.
He's like, where?
I mean, there's probably like you have like a cyborg foot inside of your battle frame. So yeah,
We'll just,
Yeah,
we'll
you
just
could
say
already
it's
have
right.
one. Not
it's
even
already
know.
there.
In fact, everyone has cyborg feet.
Yeah.
That's actually in the
There you
lore.
go.
Yeah.
Wish
Phobos is
granted.
like,
Ah, these dicks.
that's what
Oh,
Phobos do right
poor-
now.
Why did I let
Phobos.
this happen?
He should have known. Letting me on here, I'll talk about anything.
But some other things we could talk about. What did I have up next?
Army stuff?
No, not armies. What's the one after armies, Marjorie? Let's show that. I think it's tinkering.
Tinkering
yeah.
perks.
You're right.
Tinkering. Yeah, we had
Tinkering
tinkering
then
perks.
I think.
and this is
Tinkering.
tinkering.
There you go. So tinkering is going to be a new system to be able to upgrade your weapons, which is going to be really freaking awesome. I'm
Yeah.
super excited about this one.
Mm-hmm.
This one, and it feels good, and it's going to to be really fun to use.
Are we doing the
and-
flux capacitor thing with the wavy lines and like?
Yeah.
It has animations and it does like spinny stuff and like there's lasers.
Lasers. Who doesn't love lasers?
There's
Well, 'cause everyone can see there's like this flux capacitor looking thing, and it's like there's 3 things coming into it, and my hands are very helpful, I'm sure. For
They
this.
look just like lasers,
And
dude. You're good.
then the
Keep
laser's
going.
gonna go, and there's like big sounds and spinny lasery stuff.
And then your entire computer is going to explode.
And then
Yeah, and you're gonna feel really good about this
Then
because
we're gonna have, like,
then your
cats
weapon's gonna be
shooting lasers
better.
out of their eyes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sharks with freaking lasers.
That's one thing that we've been trying to do. We noticed a while ago that our game lacked animations in a
Didn't
lot
have-
of our
didn't
UI.
have
It
enough
was very
lasers.
flat. So we've been making a point of just putting animations in wherever we can to make things feel better. Like our very first attempt, which people have probably noticed, is the level up
Yeah.
screen with just like level up things.
Explode!
Yeah,
Bay.
and just
Bay.
yeah, we brought Michael Bay in, and he pressed the Michael Bay button, and
It was a knob, dude.
Yeah.
It was a knob. We turned it all the way up.
yeah. So
Does it go to
that-
11? That's
Yeah,
the
so we were just like, let's see what we can do, and we did it. We're gonna be doing more of that.
Nice.
Maybe not as crazy with the lens flares.
Oh, well, there's some lens flare
Thank you,
for you.
Marjorie.
Got some real lens flares. Nice.
Ask and he shall receive.
But yeah, so there was a blog about tinkering, so
Yeah.
I'm sure probably people know a decent amount about it now.
Yeah.
Too, but yeah, super exciting system. That one I was really pumped. I can't wait to start using that one myself.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun. So it's gonna be used to not only upgrade your items, but also combine lower rank modules into higher rank modules.
Yep. Mhm.
So
Which is also going to be awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. It means that no module will ever be garbage anymore. 'Cause you can always
That's true.
turn
always
it
use
into
it.
something better. So
yeah,
no
I
more
mean-
trash loot.
I feel like that's one. I need the dink squirrel.
Ding squirrel.
Ding
It's
squirrel.
always on in the internal build. Every time
It
you
is.
level up.
Every time.
Ding
And
squirrel
it makes
comes
me
in.
happy every time.
I hate to disappoint everyone. R.I.P. Ding Squirrel.
Oh no!
It's entirely gone now.
No.
It's not even an
Yeah.
internal anymore?
So what?
Is it in internals?
Nope, it's entirely gone.
That's
More
depressing.
Game
It's been nuked.
Wait,
I'm,
Weird.
that's
Sad.
We need
okay.
to-
That's okay. We have an add-on for
And
that.
once we catch up to lifetime, everything is sad.
We're gonna have a service on Monday for a ding squirrel.
I'm
We're
see
gonna
if I
hire a
can-
guy to play trumpet and everything. It's gonna be sad.
I'm gonna install
so
that.
Well,
tinkering.
well, so tinkering. Another one we got there is what did I show after tinkering? I think it was the calendar. Was it the calendar or the perks, Marjorie? think it's the calendar.
Login rewards?
See, whichever,
Yeah,
one
there's still-
whichever one shows up, I'll
Whichever
talk
one
about.
shows up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Login rewards.
Okay.
Look at
There's a
that.
So
calendar.
this is a new system that we've added for daily login rewards.
Yep.
Which it kind of says, yeah, it says that on there. But you can get items every day if you log in and claim your item, and you get rewards for streaks and yeah, free stuff just for logging in. And as you move up the streaks, the items get better. I think the biggest streak is a 30-day streak, and yeah, fun things can be in those chests.
Yeah. One thing, like, what you guys are seeing, and those are all like placeholder comp. This is like.
Oh yeah, so you don't just get Crystite every day. There's actually going to be items.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's things. I mean, that's just placeholders to show you what it's gonna look like. But
Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward system. Many games have done this. I'm sure everyone has experienced this before. You log in, it'll pop up and say, hey, you get a free item for today. And you just hit, yay, I want my free stuff.
I want my
Give
free
me
stuff.
things.
And you get
I want it.
And that's it. And the more times you do that in a row, the better stuff you can get.
I'm on day 140.
Oh, people are seeing all the stuff. Yes, there's a VIP day thing in there.
You guys are good.
Which, yeah, well, it is, if you're a VIP member, you can get extra stuff on those days.
Oh.
That's what it is. And like some of the options you have are, they can just add a multiplier where you just get like 3 of whatever the daily thing is instead of 1. There might be an entirely new item. They have some options as far as what kind of things they can specify for VIP bonuses.
Weapon Omega asks, does that mean the time logged rewards, time logged in rewards are going away? I don't think so.
Those are also there.
Yeah.
We've upgraded that a little bit too, as far as how you can use that and know that it's there.
Yeah,
'Cause
I always forget.
Yeah, I do
when we
too.
first
Yep.
when we first made it, we hid it away like in the corner of the screen where no one ever notices it. So we determined that was a poor choice, and so now we've moved it into a more obvious place, and we notify you that it's happening.
Hopefully you'll see it this time.
Renzler, it's a good thing we're going to allow multiple characters on a single account too.
Yep.
Wait, did we?
Well, you
tell-
can make
Are we,
multiple.
are we,
You can't
are
make
we,
new
are we
account-
telling them about that now?
Oh yeah, they know about
They know that
that.
we're
that was-
adding new
that was in the-
characters or more characters. Yeah.
Yeah, they know about that one. We'll be seeing Cratefall again. I don't know. That's up to those guys. I don't know if those guys are still doing that stuff. Some of our Russian fans.
Oh, nice.
You would get crates. And they would have all these daily crates, and then they would just save them all up, and like have like one event where they just like call down tons of crates.
That sounds awesome.
Just don't make it pop up in the middle of combat, please.
Oh no, it won't do that. Worry not. It'll be out of the way, but not so out of the way that you don't know that it's there.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I think. I mean, Wu being a UX designer here, I think you're probably against things popping up in front of you, disrupting your combat experience. Or
Yeah, definitely wall in combat, not the greatest thing in the
I mean,
world.
I'm not a UX designer, and I also don't like that.
Okay. Well, I mean,
listen.
hey, listen.
Mom.
Pay attention to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably one of my biggest peeves when I'm like in the middle of something and all of a sudden like, and then I can't like, I'm trying to do something and you just took, oh my god.
Yeah.
I want to.
we actively try to avoid doing things like that.
Yeah, and it's a delicate line because sometimes you have to notify people that something is happening, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, well, you don't want to get in their space.
Yeah.
Right? You have that bubble that like you kind of don't want to cross in like UI land.
Yeah,
So it's a
definitely.
delicate balance to try to be able to like get people to see things that you want them to without annoying the crap out of them.
Matt's calling out your
Is
sandals.
Phobos? I wear sandals if I want.
Both of them are wearing.
You don't
can't
give me
see
crap.
Wu's. Do all UI people wear sandals? Is that a thing?
It's
that-
warm.
Oh,
It's
you
warm
want
starting
sandals
like
unite.
yesterday, so
That's true.
it's fine. It's practically
Starting
summer
yesterday.
here.
It is gonna be
Starting yesterday. It wasn't warm before that.
For those of you that aren't here, it's like 90 degrees today.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the 90s. I'm wearing my beanie to like, I guess, empathize with my homies in the north. But yeah, it's gonna be in the 90s today. How's it going in those snow regions?
They hate us. They hate us now. I said it
Well-
was 90 degrees, and they're like, ugh.
So I tease Extra Soda about it being hot because like she lives in a really cold region, and she's like, I'm just gonna send you the snow. I'm like, please, just like pack it all up on the mountains so that we're not in a drought anymore. See, if the North just sent us all their snow after they got it, we wouldn't be in a
We
drought.
wouldn't be in a drought.
And they wouldn't have any
we'll,
snow
we'll
on the
take
ground.
your snow. It's fine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do like a snow aqueduct.
Yeah,
That'll work, right?
I think that's
Yeah,
called a
good
glacier.
Science.
that's called a glacier.
It just naturally slides like very slowly to where it needs to be. Just aim your glaciers at us. We'll take them.
Done. Solving problems, guys.
We're
That's what
just
we're here
solving
Yeah,
the
we'll go with
country's
that.
problems.
We should keep
We're
going with
problem
this.
solvers here.
I kind of feel like we got something going.
Yeah, no. I quit. I'm working on this project now.
So, did
That's my life's calling.
you get the snow I emailed? Yes, I did.
Yes.
I was dying
That was-
laughing when I
yeah.
saw that.
We all stared at
So-
it for a second.
See,
We're like, wait, what?
Somebody
Oh.
thinks they're super clever and they're asking how you get the 30-day reward in February. We've thought about this. The 30-day rewards aren't tied to a specific month. It's tied to your login time. So
Oh.
it starts when you start logging in, and it doesn't reset every month. So there. February, not an issue.
Done.
We need like an explosion swipe.
We
Like,
have-
sometimes
we
just
have
We
get
do
that.
have one.
Like when you drop a bomb.
Show them the explosion wipe, Marjorie.
Marjorie, give it to the
It's
explosion.
the only time I'm gonna like ask her to
Please.
do it too.
She doesn't
Oh,
have it
thank
set
God.
up. She's yelling.
Oh.
She's yelling from off camera, like, "No, don't
What
ask
are
for
you good-
explosions."
What are you good for? Oh my god.
Oh!
I kid. Just kidding.
I know the world of pain you're about to enter.
Somebody's gonna get stabbed today.
Just gonna. Oh, God.
Oh,
there it is!
time.
Explosion!
Yeah. All right.
I
Now
knew
we're
you
all
could
happy.
provide.
And now we can talk about perks.
We love you, Marjorie.
What's that thing on the back to the left of the gun? That's Aranya buckle.
It's redacted.
It's an
Oh,
Aranya buckle.
dang, that's really tiny.
It's like that's pretty cool though.
Yeah. And then another interface we could talk about here is the perks. Yes, the perks UI.
Oh, now she's just exploding all the time.
Exactly. That's why
Be
I told her
careful
not
what
to
you
use
wish
Too
it.
much. Too much.
Careful what you wish for.
Too much.
They probably don't like me yelling either.
Yeah, you
It's
know.
Calm it
probably
down
fine.
with the mic.
We're excited.
They got the boards over there, so fire shots fired. So let's show off the perks UI.
Yeah.
Get off the explosion wipes.
And you can explosion wipe into the perks UI. Is that a thing we can do?
Yes, we
Yeah,
can do
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Make it happen.
Oh my god.
Sitting on the edge of our.
See, that was way better than I could have even possibly imagined. So, for anyone that's ever used our perk system before, which is probably everyone that plays the game,
Yeah,
it's pretty
Oh,
pretty
no.
core to the gameplay, I
Yeah.
think. Well, this is what you have now.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
will
new,
have.
new now.
Yeah.
New
Yeah,
now.
you will
Not
have
old
this.
now. You will have this.
Old now.
Where
This is
you
now
actually
now.
can see the icons and the names of the perks that you're trying to equip. That's important, I guess. People want to actually know
Yeah,
what
you know.
things do.
But why do I have all the same perk unlocked?
Oh, it's a comp.
It's a mock-up.
It's a mock-up.
I'm just kidding.
So one of the things that we also did was we tagged all the perks with categorizations for offense, defense,
Mhm.
mobility, stuff like that. So you can sort and filter your perks. So if you're trying to do a specific kind of build, you can filter out things that you don't care about and just only be able to equip the ones that you do.
Nice.
So yeah, we just laid it out, gave you the slots, so you can actually see all the icons and fancy art all the time.
Yeah, as Drake said, this is already on PTS, this interface.
Yes.
There
so
you go.
could
Yeah.
you could see it there. One thing I was actually talking to Wu about was the ability to show like what perks like affect what damage type, because I think that's a big thing
Yes,
that
that's in there too.
it is.
Yeah.
That's great.
So somewhere it might not be in that mock-up.
I think it is in that mock-up.
Yeah,
It's
so
very
if-
small.
if
You see like
if
the
a
dreadnought
perk-
symbol and then
yeah.
like the fire symbol.
Yeah,
I think.
it'll have the new damage type symbols that went out recently with the you know,
Oh yeah, I don't know if those
Yeah,
are on BTS. They
they
might
are.
be.
they might
pretty
be
sure
on,
they
so
are.
we
Yeah.
added new damage type icons for all the different damage types, and we're using those as well for perks that reference or modify those damage types.
That's awesome. That's really good. I mean, that makes everything a lot easier because a lot of people are like, well, I have this perk. Does it work with? I think it should work with a plasma cannon. Like, oh well, no, it doesn't work with that, but it works with like the shock rail.
It's
Yeah.
easy. Just like we want a lot more icons on there, so you can quickly just scroll through the list and find the things that you're looking for. And then once you see a thing that you know seems like it should fit your build, you can then look at it and
Yeah.
you know, make a better decision there without having to mouse over every single perk. forever.
Next step, tooltips. Is it going to be on tooltips?
We updated the tooltips for perks, so they're better now.
I meant
And
for item like
well,
weapons.
so yeah, we're getting there. We're
Nice.
working on tooltips.
Nice. Max perk points are 31. Yeah, I think we covered that in our progression blog.
We might not have mentioned that specifically. I don't remember.
They might be tinkering with that, but yeah, perk values have changed because
Yeah.
the frequency of unlocking perks. Check out the progression blog. It's probably not going to be that big of a change to you guys
Yeah,
and your loadouts.
Basically, instead of like now, it's like level 10, level, I don't remember, 14, something. Like every so often you get one, but now it's like starting at level 10, you get a perk point every level. So it goes up to 31.
Yeah,
You get 2 at 40.
yeah, because you got to make sure we give you all the Accord perks by the time you hit 20, and then you upgrade into one of the advanced frames. So.
But yeah, and then the costs of the perks are also adjusted to.
Yeah, that shifted the cost of perks, how many perks you can have on. So that's all stuff that's probably you could have a look at on PTS, but I wouldn't. It's you could have a look at it and definitely provide some feedback on it. It's subject to change still, I think. But yeah, another thing I noticed on the UI, at least in design, I don't know, this might be true on PTS, when I'm running around and I put like a new R36 on or something, and it's got cryo damage, the icon next to my ammo bar actually changes from, there's a kinetic icon and then it changes to cryo, so I know which damage I'm doing like all the time.
Yeah, so that was part of a pass to kind of help the whole elemental damage system kind of be more readable throughout like our entire UI. I think there's a little bit more work to go with that, but
Yeah.
that was like one of the smaller steps where we're like, you know, what's a small thing that we can do right now that's going to help people understand that they have a damage type per weapon.
Yeah.
And so instead of showing the ammo icon there, which everybody knows that that's ammo at that point, right? And it's like, it's pretty obvious, right? We're color coding it. We're already showed it. Every time you shoot, it goes down. Okay, pretty obvious it's ammo. So instead of showing that icon, we were like, hey, why don't we show the damage type there? So we just flip-flop those out, and I think that it helps a lot to be able to understand that if you see it even the first time, and you're like, oh, what is this thing? And then you see another weapon with that same icon, you're like, oh, start putting 2 and 2 together, and say, oh, that's what that thing means.
Yeah, exactly. Because I could look down there and I know out the gate my plasma cannon's thermal or my plasma cannon is whatever electrical, like whatever it might be.
Yep.
So I think that's awesome. That's a huge. Why is one of the damage types bacon?
Why wouldn't one of the damage types be?
Yeah, why are you mad about that?
Why are you questioning it?
Have you
Like,
tasted the
bacon
bacon damage
gun
type?
is best gun.
Delicious.
The bacon gun is the
Would
best.
you
gun.
not want a bacon cannon? I mean,
Cholesterol.
Actually, I don't remember. Is there which icon looks like bacon?
The melding, maybe?
Maybe.
maybe? I don't know.
Melding damage?
Melding bacon strips
Melding
confirmed.
bacon. It's fine.
Possibly.
Nerf bacon.
Melded bacon strips confirmed.
Yum.
Someone was
Bacon
asking about
too.
the plans on releasing a third frame for the other 4 archetypes. That's something we discussed, but not anytime soon. It's a huge process to create battle frames.
We would
There
like to
are
do
always
that, but-
discussions about that. It's always hard.
It's a huge process because you have to concept new aesthetics for them, but keep them in the same silhouette style.
Right.
Then you have to model them. You have to model all the ornaments and upgrade pieces.
I think the hardest part is just on the design side is finding a place to put a new battle frame that doesn't step on the toes
Of the
any
existing.
of the existing battle frames.
Yeah.
We have to find new
That's-
exciting things for them to do, and if we, like, the Arsenal's a weird case where it's the only one that has a third battle frame, but if we wanted to make a third battle frame for all the other archetypes, we'd want to do them all probably.
Yeah, and that way it
trying
would,
to
would be
make
a
that
lot of
many.
work.
it would take a long time.
Months of work just on
Especially
those.
with our team size, and
Yeah.
even with even if we grew our modelers and and leaned on outsourcing house, it would still take many months, like probably half a year to a year to do.
Yep. Yeah, that's why you see a lot of games, they don't really add many classes, you know, later on. It's like once in a while they'll add a class, but it's like that whole process of balancing. I mean, these
Yeah.
guys are scientists.
Well, specifically like
you look
third and
at-
first person games, really.
Sure, yeah.
In that case, I mean, because you have games like League of Legends where they release new champions every month, but
Sure.
I mean, they have teams the size of our company working on a single champion for 4 months.
Yeah,
plus.
yeah. Yeah, I think that they're a little bit of an exception.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit of a personnel advantage.
Yeah.
Making they could use the mech walker as an HKM. Yeah.
Seems
discuss
fine.
about reactors.
Yeah,
We'll
let's
discuss
just
about
do that.
reactors at a later time.
I think Edward built something like, well, there was at one point a mech that you could get into and walk around in.
That's amazing.
Oh, we actually have a good question about perks.
Ooh.
So there's a question about frame perks being built in. So it's kind of a fake perk for each of the frames. There's just a static ability that you get for each frame.
It's like your passive,
And
basically,
it's,
right?
it's a passive, and you can't unslot it. It doesn't show up on the perk screen. It's just it's a fake perk.
It's a
And
fake
so,
perk.
Yeah, don't worry about it as far as perks are concerned. It's just a thing that you get for being in that battle frame.
Okay. So it's kind of like it is a passive. So it's kind of like a hidden module or that you have
Yeah.
equipped or
It's,
something
it's a
like
hidden
that.
module in your actual battle frame.
But we don't call them that. We call them fake perks. I mean, frame perks.
Franks. Fake frame perks.
They're Frank
Frank.
perks. Frank perks? Wait.
Fake.
Fake Frank. Fake Frank.
See how much
frame
time? Wow.
There you go.
We
Passive
a
frame
tongue twister.
specific perk.
There you go.
Yes.
we blew past Q&A time.
Oh, Jesus. What time
With
is it?
just so much to talk about. So I mean, obviously, probably one of the next big things that's going to be coming up is going to be the crafting interface.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, in fact, we
A
already
lot of stuff.
we're starting to already like we got a new UX designer just recently now,
Oh,
which is
nice.
user experience. So he's going to be strictly working on just like the user experience of things, and he's just now started to kind of like put the system together because we have the design and everything for it ready. But now we're trying to figure out how it's going to come together as a UI itself, and that process in itself is like a good week, 2 weeks
Yeah.
just to like organize and figure out how this thing is going to come together, even though the design and everything is finished.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to have somebody like very dedicated to just doing that. That's
The-
going to be really amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that's like one of the, I think it was the Squirrel asked earlier if I've played with the new perk system. Is it cool? Is it fun? I'm like, I don't think it's implemented yet. Like, I've seen documents, but
Yeah, yeah. And so the new crafting, I don't know how much we can talk about it, but there's certain things in that crafting that are going to affect those things.
Very specific.
that's very,
I try to be as
things are affecting
non-specific.
things,
Some
people.
things
I can-
affect other things.
I can just go all spoilers and I can just talk about whatever.
You'd be
No,
like, you
so-
don't know if I was telling the truth or not.
Should be finalized. We'll see what happens. Should be crafting perks
Ooh,
specifically
I
That's
did
the
hear
thing I
about
didn't
that.
wanna
that,
say.
that do not overlap with your combat perks. So
Yeah.
you don't have to choose between them. You can have crafting perks and
Yeah.
combat perks.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's gonna be
Yes.
really cool.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Man.
Yeah, we're
These
gonna
guys
be
get
talking
all,
about
all the stuff.
we're gonna be talking about crafting.
And Phobos is probably just dying right
No,
now. Just
no,
sitting
it's-
at his desk, just like just silence me.
No, it's not that bad. It's just really what it comes down to is we want to give everyone like a holistic view of like the whole system. But I think even just like dropping that little bomb right there is really cool, just because it's like
Well, ties in. We were talking about perks.
we're talking about perks. It ties in. But yeah, I mean, the Primus' goal or Gortok's goal is to basically make crafting a lot more meaningful, a lot more fun and interesting, and
Simpler. It's important.
simpler,
Way
but
simpler
still
than it
having that
currently is,
depth.
yeah.
It still has that.
on the surface, it will be simpler, and you can
Yes.
you can dig in as far as you want. Right now, the surface of crafting is super complex.
Yes.
So it's very hard to dig into it.
Yeah, so that's yeah, exactly, and that's the best way to approach those kinds of systems is make it very approachable, easy to get into, and then if you want to dive in there, that's all there for you.
I agree with Rob. We need some Boondock Saints guns, the double wielded.
Yeah. There
was a firefight.
Yes.
We have a handhold for that, but it's like we don't have. It's not like fully animated. It's that's a whole other discussion. It's just like how much like our animation budget and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Another spoiler, I guess, unrelated to UI and all. We started using mocap in animation.
Yeah, and there was an amazing
So
thread
cool.
going around with people that are going to dance for it, and I can't wait. I don't know if it's happened yet. I hope it hasn't happened yet because I haven't seen it. But yeah, they were wearing like the full mocap suit, man. It was pretty rad. It's awesome.
So that's something we're actually gonna probably put together a video with Ed.
Nice.
Do like a little bit of mocap stuff. So
Awesome. So it didn't
that
happen
should
yet?
be.
So it didn't happen yet?
We didn't make a video with Ed, but
Yeah.
I think they've been using
Okay.
it for like certain emotes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know he's
That
got
are
a
used
couple
for certain
emotes
pieces
already
of
in the game,
content.
already in design at least.
Yeah.
That use it like a new wave animation and
Yeah. And in case people don't know what mocap is, it's essentially you wear this ridiculous suit on you that has like all these balls and like they do like tracking on it. So basically they know where your joints are and so you can do dances, you can do a wave, you can do double front flip and it'll be able
Double
to
front flip.
Can you
Yeah.
can you do a double front flip?
I mean, I can
On a
probably
trampoline.
do it. I probably won't land it.
It might not end well.
It's like you want me to
but
fall forward really fast. I can probably handle that. Yeah.
the flipping part would be great, but the
Yeah.
hitting the ground part not so much. So. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, having like the dual wheel pistols and stuff, that's something that I think we have pistols concepted, modeled, and everything,
Oh, yeah.
but
Yeah, I've seen
it's
them.
just a matter of like animation budget for and all that
Why
stuff.
don't we just
and-
go like full War Machine and just have like pistols for my frame that come up off of it and just like, yeah, let's do that. Can't be that hard.
Little tiny baby
Like
rockets.
4 lines of code.
Yeah.
4 lines of
I'll be done
code.
in an
Yeah,
afternoon.
it seems
yeah.
fine.
It's fine. You just take it and just put it on, and it
Yeah.
works. Pretty sure that's how it is.
Pez dance? No.
Yes.
No, I did not sign up for that.
He did. I totally saw it.
Face palm animation when you type /blame Pez? Yeah. Do that.
Possible.
Awesome. Mocap that just so it's perfect. The perfect face palm.
What's the one that he added? He added the wave and another one that was like tantrum or something like that.
worm?
Is that?
The
It was
worm.
like a tantrum where the guy's all just like, "Man, I
I
don't
feel like that
know."
would break the entire mocap suit. One fell swoop. Just break all the things
That's
on
the
it.
last one you record.
Yeah.
The last one. I mean, it's just broken and we're done.
It's like-
All right. So that's pretty much everything we can talk about interfaces for now,
I think so. Yeah.
unless there's other bombs we want to drop. But
I don't think so. I think I've given that enough today.
we've given out enough today. Met your limit.
you get a spoiler. You get a spoiler.
Reactors. What about reactors?
I don't know. Somebody's been talking about
We
reactors.
just asked
No,
him
no,
about
we're
them.
talking
We
about
don't-
reactors.
We don't have details to give on those yet. When we do, there will be a blog about it. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, that's something like, if we're talking about like art, that's something that we're probably gonna have like a whole other discussion on. But I think we pretty much covered UI pretty well. Are there any other projects aside from crafting? Any other major ones?
There's a lot of stuff coming in hot, but I think
Yeah.
we covered a good majority of the stuff that we've been kind of working on recently.
I mean, I guess like you said, it's like a lot of little things
Yeah.
Yeah.
creep up.
We redid the dashboard.
Oh yeah, that's right. Dashboard 2.0.
Oh, that's gonna be pretty rad. Actually, that's one thing that I'm super pumped about as well. Because so in the past, I feel like our dashboard has been kind of like a hodgepodge of different things, and they haven't been kind of geared towards the user. So this time around, we've made sure that we're like, okay, we're gonna show you things that are actually important to you. So when this thing pops up, or when you pull up this new dashboard, it's actually we've like ranked things that we think are important. So like if you have a reward waiting for you, we're gonna show it on the dashboard. If there's new events happening, we're gonna show it on the dashboard. So it's essentially like you can think of it as when you pull down your little blind on your phone where it tells you like all the things that are happening, and you can like on your phone you can customize it, but on ours it's very much set in stone.
Yeah.
But it's set in stone because it's the things that we feel are going to be the most important, like
Yeah.
events and
So if there's like a daily or
rewards.
hourly event running and you log in, it'll tell you it's like, hey, there's a thing going on right now. You should go here and do it.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
I want to go there.
And
I
do
like
that.
this.
So really cool. So
Yeah.
hopefully be able to better inform people when things are happening and where they're at.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's all we can really talk about right now.
Cool. Well, with that, I mean, like I said, we blew right past Q&A, so
Sorry.
and we
guys.
answered some questions out of chat, but before we let these guys go back to work, we're gonna get to whose favorite segment is it today? Brad's favorite segment. He's looking at me. Sky Dude's favorite segment.
He's looking
Do You
and
Even
just
Art Bro.
shaking his head.
Do you even art, bro?
You don't art? Oh, well, I know Woo arts.
I'm not an artist at
He
all.
does. I've seen his whiteboard magic. dude.
I can draw some things on whiteboards.
All right.
Pretty good.
Have you
We
seen
should have
his
brought
circles?
your whiteboard with you, so we
Nope,
could.
not safe for TV.
Yeah,
Things that I draw on the whiteboard are not consumable by the public.
Definitely not safe for work. You walk by, you're like, dude, really? What?
Oh my goodness.
I'm only good at drawing one thing.
So you like to get.
Can you guess what it is?
So you like to get from Superman.
And
Dick drawing savant.
What?
What? Superman? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So are we gonna
Anyways,
art?
Anyways,
art.
Yeah.
so,
Art things.
First up, I think we have Squeak and Orca. Art by Squeak and Orca.
That's an awesome name.
T-shirts.
This is Squeak and Orca's different kinds of T-shirt designs.
Eat, sleep, kill chosen.
Yes.
I like eat, sleep, kill Orania, make lasagna. That's,
I mean, the rhyming.
yeah, I mean,
It's so
pretty
good.
Orania lasagna. Nope.
Rania lasagna.
That doesn't sound delicious at all, but
You've never tried it.
I know. I'd try it.
Hyphen said it
I'd
tasted
try
like chicken at the end of the PAX East.
Yeah, well, he's a super trustworthy guy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could get Lee to eat almost anything.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He's a party animal. Here we have, so that's Squeak and Orca. This is by Adara, one of our mentors. And
Heart.
Xcaris helped them put a heart with using Omniballs in the Amazon. We call this
That's cute.
Love in the Amazon.
That's awesome. I'm actually impressed they managed. Those things are hard to like get right where you want them. They like
Well,
to
because they
bounce around a lot.
despawn immediately.
Yeah. I don't know how you guys manage that.
It's really good.
Hard work.
And then we have the new Siege Baker.
Siege Baker 2.0.
Nice.
Siege.
Oh
Sweet
my
hat.
Yeah.
Right.
Siege Baker. We got the Siege Baker and the Bread Knot.
Yep.
Dude, awesome.
And that's a screenshot that I think Cream took that one.
Probably.
That looks like one of Cream's screenshots.
He's over in the kitchen. He's not paying attention.
And then,
He's getting coffees.
yeah, Ryan put some cookies on Cream's screenshots. So get the Siege Baker. He just walked over and started laughing. So good. But only one can win. Only one can win. So we have to pick our winner.
It's a tough choice.
Do we have to vote?
Yeah, we have to vote.
Gotta vote.
I mean, can I vote for lasagna?
You can vote for lasagna.
Yeah, well, I vote for lasagna then.
All right, so
Okay.
that's one for Squeak and Orca.
I'm gonna have to go for the baker.
The Baker?
Yeah.
Ooh. It's one for the Baker. Josh?
I don't know. It's a tough choice. I'm gonna go for the t-shirts. We go for Squeak.
Squeaks?
Yeah.
It's two for Squeaks, one for the Baker.
I would wear those t-shirts.
I think I'm gonna go with Squeaks as well.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Squeaks.
Oh God, I gotta vote.
Oh God. I have to do things.
Rini got a vote. Squeak and Orca,
Congrats, Squeak.
congratulations, you win.
You art bro the best.
You art broed the best this week. We have like 3 entries from Just a Tube.
Yeah.
Like 3. So I think Just a Tube's gonna just take over next week.
Nice.
Got like 3 from
Dedicated.
Extra Soda too. We could just do like the Tube versus Extra Soda showdown.
Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Let's think about that a little more. And then last but not least, every week we end off with a little bit of Caption This. We put a candid photo of people working. We don't even tell them that we're taking pictures of them. We just
Better not be me.
It might be. You never know.
So this week we have just to the left. That's my left, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Just to the left of me there. We have For Reals overseeing. First up, we got The Stream is Powered by Pony.
The stream
that one of
is
Cloud Chasers?
powered by Pony.
I think that's one of Cloud Chasers.
Yeah.
He just like leaves random ponies
It
all
is-
over the
It
place.
is one of Cloud Chasers
Yeah.
bunnies. Yep.
Yes.
They
Confirmed.
get around.
There's a lot of them.
Oh God. Fools to the left of me, jokers
Why
to the
are
right.
you reading over Marjorie? Jeez.
Why are you reading over
I can't
me?
hear her.
Yeah, he doesn't have his comms in. He's been holding it in the entire time.
Fools
Nice
to
lady
the
always
left of
told me
me,
she's sick.
jokers to the right.
Can't hear
Actually,
either.
if people don't know,
There
there
are things
are
happening in
lights
this
on
device,
set called
this one,
jokers.
Apparently.
Yeah,
Sound,
Now she's
whatever.
now she's teaching us things in comms.
It's
and
too
you're
late
not
for that.
listening.
we can't learn things.
It's too late for Frank.
Quick,
learn.
do another screen wipe. Pez is about to talk.
Explosions.
Soon my plan will be ready to set in motion, and then I shall rule Firefall live. Mwahaha.
Now that's a very accurate
Yeah.
caption.
She already-
I forgot who
she
said that.
already-
That's pretty much just
Yeah.
standard.
That's very accurate.
Day to day.
Michelle already rules Firefall Live, I'm pretty sure.
She rules the world.
Her and Marjorie rule with our iron fists.
Herd has already infiltrated Red 5. We're changing it from the inside.
Another pony one.
Oh, you silly ponies. Riney. No, that was
Oh,
you.
you
Oh,
can't-
that's so many
Oh,
texts.
God.
That's a lot of work.
All the words.
You have to
Day
sing this one.
548. Pez still hasn't noticed my spy cam streaming his every move on Twitch. The subs from the stream will let. Ooh. The
Uh-oh.
subs from the stream will net me enough cash to buy the deluxe Applejack plushie.
That seems like a very roundabout plot for
That,
buying a plushie.
yes.
But
Yeah,
know,
I
whatever
think
works,
there's
I
I think
guess.
there's an easier way to buy
Probably.
that Applejack plushie.
probably. But
Michelle.
if there is, I don't want to
Probably
know what it is.
Give someone some money.
Nah.
Pretty straightforward.
For Reals has been appointed as supervisor of hashtag versus pound sign usage.
Yes,
Ouch,
mine got
guys.
selected.
Ouch.
That actually wasn't on there. I just added it.
Did you really?
Yep.
Fire.
That wasn't an actual suggestion on Facebook. I just threw it in there.
Black box over your head for the rest of the show.
Black box over your head for the rest of the show.
That was the last one.
That was the last one.
That was I know that was the last
Okay.
one.
Just making sure, 'cause you.
She just looked like the supervisor. They're just like, I got this. She's just sitting there with a dump button every time someone says pound sign. Beep. I'm so dead. I know. First
Rip-
Woo, now
rip
me.
Pez.
I think we're both dead after
Now
this
hiring
stream.
community manager.
Not looking forward to
I
dying.
made it
after
out
this
alive.
stream.
I'm good.
Oh, yeah?
I made it
So
until I get back to
far.
where Phobos can
That's
get
true.
his hands on me.
That's
It's gonna
true.
get
I'm
back.
gonna
There's
get
just gonna be a death
strangled.
mark sitting on your desk
That's
when you
true.
get back.
We want to see. I don't think we can stream that. I don't like that. I don't trust that
Hi,
smile. She
Margie.
just came and sat
Hi.
down like right over there.
Margie.
She's just like smiling.
Shoot.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
There's weaponry involved.
Nothing.
No.
That's
I
not a
need,
knife.
I need my eyes to see.
Ah, the
Ha.
batteries are dead.
Dang it.
Context.
Phrasing. Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
Don't encourage her.
Why are we helping?
We're totally gonna get shot
I'm
right
in the
now, guys.
I'm in the crossfire. I didn't do
We have
anything.
guns.
Just stay back.
I don't like where
Get
this is
off
going.
my
Why do you
lawn.
have so many darts?
Because I have a box.
She has so many
Pez,
darts.
you're making enough money for the plushie? No, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Do you know how to load a gun?
Apparently not.
Can you show her how?
Why
I'm
are we
pretty
showing
sure
her
she's
how
got
to
enough
load
darts,
another
Baker.
type of weapon?
She doesn't need more darts.
Seems like a terrible plan.
Because she can't aim.
Oh God. Oh God.
He's
I
definitely getting
foresee
shot.
myself getting
I'm
shot
glad
in
he
the
just
face.
said that.
Everyone-
By JP Will and,
Everyone, the show's over. But if you want to watch us, if you want to watch Knife Lady attempt to shoot us,
Oh God. I'm scared.
I invite you to stay.
I'm scared. Because he's using the blue darts too, and those things don't
It's
fly
happening.
Exactly.
straight. Yeah, those things.
Oh, they curve.
They
like
fly
crazy.
wherever the hell they feel like.
No.
Oh, she hit me.
Hey.
No.
Ah!
Right in the thumper.
Whoa! Told you she'd get in.
Ah. Whoop, whoop.
She's only good at point blank, especially with that machine gun. Hey.
I got her back. Me.
Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.